Jenny, you're here on your 10th day. This is your second week of the GO program.
Mm-hmm.
We made big milestones last week.
Mm-hmm.
And then this week, I think it was your 6th day, you crashed and burned a little.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. So you've been struggling the last few days.
Mm-hmm.
Said you had some emotional things. You have had some other things in life that you feel like have been kind of tearing you down somewhat. How do you feel today? What are your thoughts?
I don't feel too good today. I'm better than Wednesday and Thursday for sure, but I'm still hurting a lot everywhere. I don't know why I accelerated and did so well. It seems like the second week, Monday and Tuesday, we kind of intensively started hitting some exercises. I mean, I banged myself in the knee one day with a weight. I don't know if that made any difference at all. Tuesday evening, I walked and felt pretty good other than just being tired. And Wednesday, I just completely crashed and have been in one of the worst pain flares I've had in a long time. Wednesday, yesterday, Thursday. So pretty much since I got home Tuesday, yeah. No, since after my therapy on Wednesday, early Wednesday, I've just been in bed until this morning. I just can't walk. I tried to do some exercises, but I can't walk. I just hurting. I can move better today. There were a couple of days where getting up one step to get in the house hurt. I think, looking back on this, maybe these are all just theories because I don't know. Every patient's different. Every treatment is different. But I feel like maybe trying to do too much too soon. Maybe just, because I think driving here back and forth every day is too much. It's not conducive to therapy, I don't think, or healing. I mean, 2 hours of driving every day for 2 weeks in a row is, I don't think, helpful for somebody like me. And then, of course, going back home to the day-to-day stuff you have when you're a busy parent, it's not, you don't go home to a resort, you go home to real life, and it's, it's stressful. It's just the way it is when you have teenage kids and a husband. It's, you don't get to go home and relax. You have to deal with everyday real life, and I know there's emotional stuff that I need to deal with. That's a given, I think. As far as helping me heal, sure, I know I need to deal with that, and I think that's a great idea, and I think that can help. But as far as just going into this pain flare, this crazy pain flare, not only did it upset me emotionally, this CRP it feeds itself almost. When you hurt, then you, especially for me on Wednesday, knowing that I had made progress for 7 treatments in a row, and then on the 8th day to wake up and hurt, and then to get up and just get worse and worse, those emotions start feeding into the pain, and the pain feeds into the emotions. And then you deal with other stuff going on around the house or your family or whatever, and you just end up going. And that's where I've been the last couple of days. So, I won't know long term until I just have to wait and see. I have to give it more time. I have to recover from this pain flare so that I can pick back up where I left off and hopefully keep making some more progress like I was before. But I just won't know until I have done this long term. So right now I just don't know where I am. I just know that I don't feel too good today.
Mm-hmm. So do you think, honestly, the emotional stress of everything really compounded the flare?
The weird thing is, Tuesday day here, I had a good session. I was tired, very tired, but it was good. Tuesday evening was nice. I had dinner, went for a little hike, went home and went to sleep, woke up and hurt. And then the emotional stuff and the hurt stuff just sort of starts to, I think it just starts to like I said, feed itself. You know, I got up and I was calm around the house. I knew there were things that I needed to do, and it was a busy morning, you know, but it wasn't, I think, almost the worst feeling of all, more than anything, you know, I can handle stuff at home, but I think the worst thing was probably just waking up hurting and thinking, why am I hurting? You know, I've worked so hard for the last week and a half. Why do I feel like this? And then I just, you know, no matter how calm you try to be, after you've dealt with this for 4 years, I don't know, I guess it's discouraging. So,
Right. Disappointing.
yeah, I don't, so probably that set me up for an emotional, you know, what do you call it? Letdown. Setback, yeah, Wednesday. So it wouldn't have mattered. Maybe I could have woke up with everything being perfect, you know. I don't know, the birds chirping and butterflies everywhere, who knows? And hurting that bad, I don't know, maybe I still would have been upset. I don't know. But the other thing I know with this disease is, what are you gonna do? You can't
Give up.
You can't go live at, you know, Shangri-La. I mean, you still have to deal with your everyday life, and sometimes, well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, you gotta have a good attitude, and I feel like I had a really good attitude, and I really tried hard and was very positive, but pain is real, and you can wish it away, but if it's really there, it's really there. It's pretty hard to ignore, especially if you're not, you know, medicating yourself. It's kind of hard to ignore it.
Right. And so your RSD has been, or is, located in your left hand, correct?
Yeah, it started there in my hand. It spread to and my arm. That was where the pain started. And then it just gradually started moving to my whole body, and where in the last almost probably 9 months, 70% of the time, my body is hurt really bad, my whole body. To the point where there were days, like the last couple of days, on a pretty regular basis, where I can't get up. I hurt too bad to get up. I can't do things with my family because I hurt too bad. Or I can't do just regular, normal activities because I hurt too bad. And then the next day I might be much better, you know, for no particular reason. I don't know why it does it. It's not that I can pinpoint it to one thing. Oh, I did too much this day and now I'm paying for it. It doesn't seem to be that way. It just seems to have a crazy mind of its own. And it just slings me around like a helpless little, you know, like a helpless rat in a dog's mouth. It just does what it wants. I know maybe attitude, you know, they'll say, yeah, your attitude will help. If you have a positive attitude, yeah, okay, I get that. But sometimes when pain is really that bad, you can only be so positive about it. It's still gonna hurt. You know, you had a daughter with this.
Oh, absolutely. And when my daughter was hurting, my attitude went out the window.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine
What was her attitude like? I'm sure.
her attitude went out the window for sure. It was
Yeah.
horrible.
Yeah,
She-
manageable pain, you can have a good attitude, but sometimes
Right.
it gets unmanageable, unbearable.
Right. And
So-
and there's just no way out. You don't know what to do, and it adds to the stress and the tension, and when you can't find any relief, it just builds and builds. And this CRPS and RSD has no rhyme or reason that I have seen. Flare-ups, non-flare-ups, that sort of thing. It just seems like it's just the unknown, and it's scary. It's a very scary, I say a syndrome, disease, whatever, you know, disorder, whatever you call it. I don't really know what the real term is, but other than misery, that would be more like it.
It is misery. And I'm a songwriter, and the other day I was driving home, And sometimes I sing to myself to make myself feel better. And when I left here, I started singing a song called Misery.
And
Yep, you're right.
you did make so much progress, was doing so well, and then you had a big bump in the road.
Yep.
So, anyways, okay. Well, you're about to go into your 10th day of treatment. We're going to talk after you get out.
Yep. Sure thing.
Thanks, Jenny.
Thanks.